Seasons. They come and go, some are better than others. The worst season to be a gamer is summer. It's the barren wasteland of nothingness. By summertime, all major releases come to a screeching halt as we wait for these desolate, hot months to pass. Right around April, the industry goes into full quarantine mode until Broketober and the holidays, leaving gamers twiddling their fingers or staring at walls to pass the time. It's best to have a few big games on the back burner going into summer so that you can make it through without driving yourself to the point of insanity. Anthem was supposed to carry me through this tedious hellhole of a season. I envisioned myself as happy as I was the day Diablo 2 came out, settling in on this great adventure as I soared through the skies of Anthem. Starting in February, I'd spend the next 6 months in an orgasmic euphoria, slaying my enemies, finding epic treasures, and hunting down the game's most challenging and engrossing content. My friends and I would be rejoicing in the cycle of never-ending, evolving content in a futuristic fantasy sci-fi setting with big dinosaurs, robots, high-powered weapons, and the most amazing fast-paced gameplay on the planet. Little did I know, Anthem would end up turning into a big pile of poo-poo. Anthem ruined my plans to be happy this summer. Instead, I feel the cold dagger of boredom stab me in the back every single day I wake up. I was so bored today, I decided I was going to play League of Legends again and get back on the grind to diamond. I fucking hate this game. The desperation got so bad that I went to my local Walmart and started rummaging through the discount bargain bin. There I was, neck deep in the stink of $5 discount PC games like Hellboy and Big Rigs. Oh my god. Maybe, just maybe, can Toilet Tycoon bring me the sanctuary I'm looking for?
Holy shit, someone save me.
Okay, I also brought home Catfight. Let's see if this one's gonna be good.
What the fuck is this?
Okay, so how about Dontrelle The Dolphin 3? I mean, 3 games means that the first 2 must have been great. This game has to be good, right?
Welcome to Trailland, a world of jade greenery, great mountains, turquoise seas, sands of geometric dunes, and valleys of radiant gemstones.
Oh, kill me. Wait a second. Holy shit, Steam is having a sale! So the first thing I did was pick up Portal 2 for 99 cents, which is the best deal ever. I then proceeded to buy Broforce for $3.74, which turned out to be one of the best co-op experiences I have ever had, and Mirror, which is a game about hot, naked anime chicks, match 3 puzzles, and bondage. Yeah. No, for real though, this game actually has a really entertaining story and it's quite good. I'm serious, look at the user score. Just don't show it to the kiddos. How did I miss out on One Shot? One Shot is one of the most heartwarming, cute, and lovable stories ever portrayed in a 2D adventure game. Honestly, I cried. I'm not gonna say anything else. Go in blind and have your mind blown. Nico. Another puzzle game I picked up was The Room, created in 2012, and for the price of a handful of Jolly Ranchers, you can get your hands on a great brain teaser with a nifty aesthetic. The success of this mystery puzzler spawned 2 additional games, Room 2 and Room 3, which were also critically acclaimed.
Caution, the enemy is approaching.
Well, shouldn't have bought this game.
Get this shit off me! Ah!
Or this one. Goddamn AAA game fooled me again. Back to the good games. Battle Block Theater, contender for the most brilliant indie game ever. Okay, so BRT is a theater comedy platform game where you run through obstacle courses for the amusement of a gang of devious cats. The opening scene is 3 minutes of pure gold.
Now one fine morning, Hattie and pals set out for a new, exciting adventure. What fantastic wonders would they discover this time? Everyone was screaming like, "Help me! Splash! Splash!" And there was this huge whale like, "Mwah!" and made it
Hilarious, fun, great modes, poop jokes, and co-op that ruins friendships. Since we're on the trend of puzzle games, Babba is You, the game where fart sounds play whenever you move. It's a great game. The Witcher 3 Game of the Year Edition, $15, just saying. How does one describe Return of the Obra Dinn? It's a three-dimensional, two-color palette mystery puzzle game that takes place on an Indian merchant ship with a unique art design and where everything is a clue. You wander the ship with a book and a pocket watch to ascertain the fate of the ship's 60 crew members and passengers. By examining their final few moments with the pocket watch, you can identify them and the cause of their demise. This is my favorite mystery detective game, alongside LA Noire, which also happens to be 65% off. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, the only platform game where you can ride on the top of a big-ass gorilla and blow up motorcycles with a rope. Sign me up. More boobs. Celeste's touching story, perfect controls, and satisfying puzzles may remind you of games that you've played before, but then proceeds to blow them out of the water. That's what games are supposed to do. Take something that we all know and love and build on it so that the end product is better. Celeste raises the bar in that fashion and then some. Just when you think you've got the hang of the game, it'll throw some sort of curveball at you. It starts off pretty easy, and then you think to yourself, okay, I got this. But then it ramps up to ludicrous levels as the game goes on. Fuck! God! No! Ah! If you're anything like me, your death count when you finish the game is going to be in the hundreds. But every challenge is fair, I would argue. The controls are so precise that if you die, you can't help but blame yourself, so it doesn't really feel that bad. Despite the low pixel count as well, Celeste looks fantastic. These games are really hard to get right. You can find plenty of good indie games on Steam, and some of them do a lot right, but Celeste does everything right. All for the third of the cost of a standard, way less satisfying AAA game.
Flying around it's even better. Now I'm jealous.
Okay, I think I'm going back to Celeste. This game sucks. Great games can get even cheaper though. Rain World is one of those games. It's strange. You play as this cat that has to survive in this vicious ecosystem of hunters and hunted. You're dropped into the world with no explanation, save for a couple moving pictures, expected to figure out where to go and what to do. So you scavenge around for a bit, you try to find something to eat, then you get killed all the time, nothing makes sense. The rain will come down, you have to hibernate or something. It's frustrating to figure it out. But I will tell you that Rain World is one of the most fascinating little gems out there that you should not miss. Its beauty is without bounds. The game is almost entrancing to some extent to look at with its dynamic music score and creative screen design. I can't explain it, you just have to play it. A game doesn't have to have a million pixels on the screen to be beautiful. Rain World demonstrates that a game can present a mood and an aesthetic that is so powerful that it draws you in without needing any bells and whistles. Rain World is phenomenal, yet its strange physics and controls and difficulty will likely turn off many people before they give it a chance, but anyone who's stuck with this game will probably agree with me that it's something truly special. Undertale could quite possibly be the best game for $10 ever. It's one of those games that is impossible to explain, you just have to experience it for yourself. For me, this was a life-changing game that becomes quite the mindfuck as it begins to break down the fourth wall and do all this crazy shit, so you're left wondering what the hell is going on half the time as you cycle endlessly in a state of paranoia, excitement, and downright confusion. The only thing I could possibly relate it to is the feeling I got when I played Earthbound back in the day, kind of, maybe a little bit. These games for me represent a willingness to take chance, something expensive AAA games often never do. When I look at a game like Mechazoo or Yooka-Laylee, I ask myself a simple question. Would I rather be playing Rayman, Mario, or Donkey Kong instead? And the answer is every single time yes. It's a pretty fun game, but mid-tier platformers in particular are a very tough sell when others do the concept so much better. A better option for the indie platformer is A Hat in Time. This is your throwback N64 platformer where the discount does not cut at all into the quality. A Hat in Time is a little rough around the edges, but the trade-off is platforming that's just plain fun. Adorable art style? Check. Good voice acting and funny characters? Check. Great level design and levels, check. Delightful music, yep. If I had to choose between this game and Super Mario Odyssey, while taking into consideration the cost factor, a Hat in Time wins every single time. Here's a little gem I stumbled upon called Aquaria, which is an interesting spin on the Metroidvania game because, well, it's underwater, so there's no real platforming. If you want a more modern version of Aquaria, you can try out Song of the Deep, which was created by the makers of Ratchet and Clank. With these kinds of games, you get in and then you get out with a short, inexpensive, and more importantly, unique experience. Just like games like Dead Cells and Yuku's Island Express, two very nice games that are also incredibly unique and cheap at the same time. Metroidvania games in particular also come in much more derivative forms, such as the recent Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. This title is really good and as classic as you can get it, so if you're looking for something outside the box, this is not that, but it's very solid nonetheless. You gotta be real picky though with this genre, as it's mostly filled with mediocrity. From Sunder to Chasm and many, many more, Metroidvania games often leave much to be desired should you not pick out the best of the best. By being selective and waiting out the storm of shit, you can get your hands on some pretty amazing experiences like Katana Zero, Lisa the Painful, or Slay the Spire. You can even get a game for free that's actually good, like Neon Beats. I know it doesn't look like much, but hey, it's all about the gameplay. We can't play Zelda, God of War, Mario year-round because they're rare. There aren't enough of those games to hold us over, and we can't put a price tag on quality. So we often look towards these cheaper titles, mid-tiers like Hellblade or remasters of games we once loved, to fill in the spaces between. Yet that search still goes on, long into the night, because we must still filter through all the trash. Down here, worst of all, there's much more to swim through to find the game you're actually looking for. So, I managed to find some treats in Steam's summer sale to tide me over until Broketober. I guess I didn't need you after all, old buddy Anthem. We only scratched the surface today though. This is a list of many more games on Steam that'll help you get through this boring ass summer. It will be linked in the pinned comments as well as the description, so you can check it out. I'll also have the link to the storefront of each game so you can see the price and see if it interests you. David Hiwa says, I love this new downward thrust. You look like having a great time making these videos. Thanks, David. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying this new style. Going forward, I will be reading the most liked comments at the end of each video from the prior video, so make sure to comment down below and share your thoughts on whatever the hell you want. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.